My name is Juan Sandoval. This is Assignment Project Manager Roles and Responsibilities for MBA 6310 Project Management at the Indiana Institute of Technology. So, what are the roles and responsibilities of a project manager? In the broadest sense, project managers have three key roles within their organizations. They are planning, organizing, and directing the completion of projects while ensuring these projects are delivered on time, within budget, and within the planned scope. By overseeing the project from inception to completion, project managers have the potential to shape an organization's immediate success by helping to reduce cost, maximize company effectiveness, efficiency, and increase revenue. The exact duties of a project manager will depend on their industry, organization, and the type of project that the PM is tasked with carrying out. But primarily, all project managers share the same responsibilities across what's commonly referred to as a project lifecycle, which consists of five phases or processes. They are initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. These are processes project managers continually return to throughout the life of the project. We can take a closer look at each phase of the project's lifecycle to learn some of the responsibilities a project manager might have in each of them. Phase number one is initiation. All project managers begin here. Project managers begin each new project by defining the main objectives of the project, its purpose, and clarifying the scope. They also identify key internal and external stakeholders, discuss shared expectations, and gain the required authorization necessary to move a project forward. In this first phase, project managers may ask themselves, why is this project important? What is the desired outcome? What criteria shall we use to deem this project successful? Who are the stakeholders on this project and who is impacted by the project? And some other questions like, what are the constraints within this project? How will the project be funded? Very key. Answering these questions are some of the primary responsibilities of the project manager at this phase of the project. But it is important to clarify that the project managers don't do all of this work on their own, and even sometimes a project manager isn't assigned until much of this work has already been done. Phase number two of the project lifecycle is planning. Once the charter is approved, project managers work with stakeholders to create a project plan focused on obtaining the defined goals. The plan established during this process helps project managers oversee scope, cost, timeline, risk, quality issues, and communication issues. It is during this phase that the project manager will outline key deliverables and milestones and identify the tasks that must be completed in each of them. It is important to note that the project planning phase doesn't actually end until the project's end. The project plan and related documentation is constantly being updated and changes throughout the project. Phase number three is execution. During this phase, team members complete the work that has been identified in the project plan in order to reach the goal of the project. The project manager's role is to assign the work and ensure that the tasks are completed as scheduled. The project manager will also play a pivotal role in protecting the team from distraction, facilitate issue resolution, and lead the team through new challenges. Phase number four involves monitoring and control. It is important to note that monitoring and control takes place from the beginning of the project and continues throughout the planning, execution, and closing phases. In the monitoring and control phase, the project manager's primary responsibilities include monitoring the progress of the project, managing the project's budget, ensuring that key milestones are reached, comparing actual performance against planned and scheduled performance, among others. It is important to state that the project manager must be flexible enough to work within the project plan, but readily adapt when necessary. The last phase in the project lifecycle is a closing phase. During this phase, project managers are responsible for that ensuring that all activities necessary to finish the project are met. During the closing phase, project managers will work with clients to get formal sign-off that the project is completed, release any resources like budget and personnel who are no longer needed for the project, review the work of third-party vendors or partners in order to close their contracts, and archive project files for future reference and use. After the project has been completed, a review of all documentation information is often used to identify key lessons learned. Understanding what went well and what could have been done differently is a project manager's responsibility at this final stage of the project lifecycle. Lastly, when it comes to identifying in what areas I would have the most challenges on, I would have to select planning. I choose planning because I have come to understand that there are millions of variables that go into project management, and with a limited hands-on experience in project management, I am sure that I would struggle. I have been in leadership positions throughout my professional career, so I do not believe that it would take much effort for me to be successful at the other phases of the project lifecycle.